Hey there, fans. This is Mama Sass coming at you just with a quick mention before the podcast starts. We had a little glitch with our audio recording software, and so the podcast ends a little bit abruptly, but I think we still got some good content. So I hope you enjoy this week. Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Soaps and Sass.
Welcome,
I,
welcome.
hey, I'm your host, Mama Sass,
And
and
I'm your co-host, Baby Sass.
And this week, ladies and gentlemen, we have quite the treat for you, at least, well, certainly treat for us. You will see what a treat it is as you listen to the podcast because we have a special
Yes.
guest in house. It's Auntie Sass.
Woo!
Woo!
Woo! Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for having me.
It's
Thank you for joining
great
us.
to have you. I'm gonna brag a little bit. This is my first convert to Beyond the Gate. Let her gates more than one gate. I let her know there was a new soap opera on the horizon that was I was gonna say for us by us. I don't even know if that's really true, but it's supposed to be for
Mm,
us.
yep.
It's mostly by us. I'm not sure who the us is, given some of the things I see on the screen. It's like I'm not sure that's for me, but okay. So anyway, that being said, uh, we're gonna cover the last 2 weeks. So we're going from March 24th to April 4th, and this is episode 13, part two, or maybe part one,
Part
depending on
one,
how we
part two,
load them.
depending on how you listen to it.
Yeah, but this is the Beyond the Gates segment of episode 13 because as you know,
Yes.
we were combining 2 weeks in one and it ended up being a lot of stuff to talk about. And
Mm,
I'll be honest, for the most part, there was a lot going on in these episodes that I just had my mouth hanging open trying to figure out what the heck was going on. So I don't really have a recap for y'all this week. I got some topics. And since we have a guest in the house, maybe we'll just go by topic rather than recap, and we'll recap as we go. It's going to be a mismatch, miss, mish, mash.
Mismatch, mismatch, mishmash.
Yeah, maybe some
there
mismatch
you go.
too.
A mix up, jigsaw, a mix up, jigsaw.
There you go. So yeah, hold on to your hats and buckle your seatbelts, cause
Oh,
this is going to
yeah.
be a
And,
crazy
and
and bumpy
attack
ride,
that chick.
For real.
right? Right. Okay.
Mm.
So I'm just gonna really high level. We had some themes. We had some storylines going on. We had we had of course the lawsuit where
Mm,
these three women are suing Bill Hamilton's law firm for sexual harassment and hostile work environment.
Yep.
So there's
And can we just say, can we take a moment
yes.
just to say, go Naomi. Just go
Right?
Naomi.
Come on.
amen.
She got to go. There's and sorry, that did not come out right. Not that she got to go. It's just go.
Right?
Bill got to go. Mike
Still got to go.
Mike needs to go quick.
Oh,
Lord.
Mike needs to get run over by the Me Too movement. Mike
Oh,
needs to just, mm-mm.
holy moly.
Mm.
But we're gonna pull that apart. There's a lot there. We have Doug's storyline, Doug with his gambling. I
Oh
don't know if we
gosh.
really want to talk about that because it's just so
I, mm,
sad. We have Vanessa and her hot pants. I don't know what is happening there, but it's comedy gold.
Goodness.
Comedy gold is what I will say there.
It's just sad. It is just anyway. Sorry, I can start. I can wait until we actually launch into them. But I'm like, just
Oh, you can launch at any point if you want. If you want to take something on, or you want me to summarize what I think are the main storylines, and then we'll pick one and pull it apart.
mm,
Okay, let me continue
no,
on the list. I'll
mm,
continue on the
mm.
list. We have Leslie's revenge and the anniversary party, and I guess I'll throw
Still
in there.
stagnant.
I'm gonna throw in there um, Kat's continued persecution of Eva. But is
Oh,
it
whatever.
persecution if
Still a little
Eva's really
stagnant.
guilty? Danny's continuing spiral, although I think she finally
Oh,
she finally was able to pull up the nose of that diving plane. It looks
A
like
little bit.
Eh,
it
It's
looks like
still
maybe at the
diving, but
I don't know. I don't
she
know. The last
she
couple of
slowed it
episodes,
down.
yeah, couple of episodes that I was watching, it looks like she leveled out. We will see. Then
Mm.
we have the continuing saga of a couple of stalkers, and by stalkers I
mm,
mean Andre and Diego. Good
Oh
Lord.
yeah. Wait, who Diego?
Diego is
the
the
one Vanessa
scandalous
keep
man at
running off with.
the guy at the club, Mr.
Oh,
Buff,
Strippity. Okay. Uh-huh.
Yep.
right?
Okay.
They go to
Okay.
the
The
same
trainer.
stalking course.
Yes, the trainer. That's right. Let's
The
call him the
trainer. Got
trainer
it.
at the club. And we
Mm-hmm.
have Crooked Cops.
Oh,
Trying to think. I'm just looking back really quick to see if there's anything else. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this was early in the first week. We had some stuff going on with Smitty and Martin and the kids. So I will put that
Yep.
storyline out there and let me add it to my list.
listen, I just listen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just need to I just need to suck my teeth because you see, you see, you hit Smitty, and
Okay,
I
that's the one
couldn't,
you want
I
to start
can't,
with? Okay.
listen. The one thing I observe in watching this now since the very beginning is the depiction of the powerful woman in this show. I love this show because it just depicts how strong women are in a very
Mm,
real way. And then you have the same sex couple of Smitty and what's his face, deceitful, duplicitous politician. So, Martin, I
mm-hmm.
suppose his name is. So you have Smitty and Martin who are living their lives with their two children. There is a throwback to 1950s kind of housewife, which is a little bit unusual for a same sex couple household, but okay. But then you want to add in that Smitty is clearly somewhat domesticated in this process. And Martin can just come along and be like, listen, wifey, have a seat. I'm going about man business, and I will be back to tell you what I want next. That is the vibe I get. I don't know if that is the vibe that y'all get, but that is certainly the
Oh,
vibe that I get when I
absolutely.
see Smitty on the screen. And I'm just like, I am not. When I see all of these powerful women, why? Why on earth is this happening?
I don't have an answer for you because every time Smitty and Martin are in a room together having whatever, I'm gonna call it disagreement because there's always some kind of fallout.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I just want Smitty to reach over and punch him in his throat. It's like,
Just
sir,
smack him,
what?
or walk out. Just walk out. Like
No,
that
punch him in
falls
his
into the
throat first
category
and
of
then
make it
walk out.
make sense.
Because Martin
It's
is
to make it make
so,
sense.
it's a total make it make sense. Martin is so offside and off base and out
Hmm.
of line. I
Yep.
just just chop him in his throat so he can,
Yeah.
blink really hard and think two times and then walk out the door.
Hmm.
Because,
Like,
Now,
go
do
ahead.
not get me wrong. I have no problem with traditional relationships when both people in the partnership accept this, and this is the relationship that they both want.
Hmm.
What I have a problem with is seeing Smitty depicted in this way when it is clear this is not what he wants. This is not what he signs up for. This is not from just the way the character is being portrayed.
Hmm.
He wants certain things in his life. He wants to go back to work. He wants to work full time. He wants to actually be fulfilled. I
Hmm.
was about to say something, but I'm like, no, hold on. Let me dial that back. Because again, in life we make choices, and you can be as fulfilled being a housewife or homemaker as you
Absolutely.
can being employed full time.
Right.
So
He wants to contribute in
Smitty
a
has
different way now.
correct. Smitty has been very clear about his desires, wants, and needs, and Martin shuts him down repeatedly. And I know we're on like week, I don't know, 4 of this of the series, and it's fledgling. But I'm like, okay, Smitty, please pack a bag, and walk out, or go just like figure this out because it's not like you have two infants at home. You have
Right?
two adolescent, two teenage people who can care for themselves. And clearly, you're a politician. Y'all got a little bit of coin. Y'all got bank. So if you need a nanny, get a nanny.
A nanny.
I'm just
If
like,
you need,
as the,
if that's
I'm
an
like,
If the
issue,
y'all
people are
definitely need
grown, is it
marriage
called a
counseling.
nanny?
if you
I
need
don't
a
know.
nanny, if.
Okay, but chime
But
in, baby
but
sap. Oh, sorry.
Oh, well, I was
yes,
gonna
please
say one
go
thing's for
ahead.
sure is that they need counseling
Oh, my
because
Hmm.
mercy.
to an extent, I get that Martin wears the so-called pants in the family, but it's like your man has raised the children. He has done the job he signed up for when y'all got together. Let him move on with his life.
Yeah,
Let him
like
at work.
Right?
what did you expect was going to happen when that task was accomplished?
And I
I
was
don't
like,
get the
you know
sense
you're in
that.
the wrong too, because
Mhm.
when we had the flashback to him talking with Evan or what's his face at the wedding, and he shows up at Orphe Jeans, Martin's hiding behind the menu. He knows he's in the
Well,
wrong.
Right? He's
and what was that?
silly.
Right? He's so alpha, or wants to play. He's so alpha, and like you say, the guy walks into Orphe Jeans, and now he holding him behind a menu, like you
Mhm.
big up your chest before, and now all of a sudden your chest cave in. What happened there?
Because he knows that's what happens. He knew he was wrong. He knew he was
Mm-hmm.
wrong, and he's like, "Oh, my stuff is about to come out. My wrongness is about to be exposed." And me, I'm like, if you are going to be wrong and strong.
Well,
Be
that's it.
wrong and strong with your chest puffed out and your pride, and just be like, you know what? I was wrong. Own it. Own it. Be a man and own it.
Hmm.
But no, you're gonna be wrong and tucking tail and hype. No, no, boss man.
No.
You need to like sit in that wrongness. Like Smitty should make him sit in that wrongness and just feel the strength of how very wrong that behavior is. And so Smitty could go along about his business. Cause I'm not one for toxic relationships, and that is a toxic relationship.
Oh my mercy. And was it in this last 2 weeks? I'm just looking through my notes. Or it might have been the end of the week before where they met with the kids and the kids were like, "We're good. Go, dad or pop. I don't even know
Right?
which is which anymore."
Yeah.
But it's
It was
like,
like 2 weeks ago or so.
yeah, go live your life. Like, thank you for giving us
Hmm.
ours. It sure is time for yours. So,
Mm-hmm. And like
yeah,
even
Smitty. Ugh.
and even as like Smitty called out when he found out that Martin was planning on running for president, he's like, our kids are gonna finish the last 2 years of their high school career, go on their first year of college, and have to deal with the stress and all that of you having your political campaign. So
Mhm.
it's clearly it's like they're old enough to take care of themselves and whatnot. Let the man go back to work. Let him do what he wanted to do in the first place.
Yes, please. So
Agreed.
that is my challenge with Smitty and Martin.
Yeah. And it bothers me because I'm not sure, like I don't there's something about Smitty, and I don't know if it's the actor or the character that I don't like, but this storyline is just making me feel all kind of sympathy for Smitty. It's like this is not a good situation. Like as you said, it's a toxic relationship, regardless
Hmm.
of the definition of the couple. I don't know where they're gonna take this. You know, and he just wants what he wants, and he again has no foresight. And I say again, but I think I mentioned that in the general hospital part of the podcast about people missing frontal lobes because
Mm.
you know you did dirt. You did something, Martin. We don't know yet what it is you did, but it's whatever big secret that Vernon and Anita are killing themselves to keep hidden, telling you about this political scrutiny, right? They've mentioned it more than
Mm-hmm.
once, and you're like, la 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 la, it'll all be fine. Don't worry about it.
I
Oh,
feel he
okay.
killed somebody.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
I'm thinking that
I
too.
feel he killed somebody, and Bill Hamilton helped cover it up, which is the leverage that he now has over the whole family.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and it's all gonna come out. And if he gets double vetted to get to run for public office, to run for president, it's all gonna come out.
Yep.
Yep.
But
And
Martin
that's
is too good
and
and too selfish and too
yep.
narcissistic and to all of the above to see all
Mm,
that.
too many
Right.
Or
narcissists
And
in
I'm
this
like,
show.
maybe he just doesn't remember. Maybe he doesn't remember this mistake, because I get the sense that it's like a repressed memory. This is why he's having nightmares and stuff. So I don't know.
Oh.
yeah,
Mm.
but I'm also kind of like, your husband is also a former investigative reporter. If someone doesn't pick it up, he will pick it up to make sure whatever. So you might as well just tell him, because you're not gonna like it if he has to dig for it.
But
Yeah,
that's a new
I'm not
perspective.
convinced that Martin knows. I'm not 100% convinced that Martin knows what he did.
That's a new perspective, one that I hadn't considered. I felt that he was fully aware of everything that happened, and I think I got that impression based on some of the things that Vernon said to him.
There's a few things that Vernon said. There was something
Yeah.
that Bill said at the weddings, like it's like something about a knife or whatever, and Martin broke out in a cold sweat. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not, like I
So
said,
maybe
I'm
he
not
maybe
a
he
hundred
knows.
percent. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like maybe he knows the high level, but he can't remember the specific details or something like that.
mhm.
Something so like
Yeah.
there's something off that I'm not 100% convinced he is fully aware of
Yeah.
whatever happened.
Okay. And you know what? We started a new section on our General Hospital podcast of follow-ups. So
Mm,
this is one of the things we need to track is what did Martin really do? Because sometimes
mm-hmm.
storylines they just left turn and get dropped.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Though I personally don't think this is going to be one that's going to get dropped.
No, but it might get anyway. Yeah.
Like back burner,
It-
definitely.
yeah.
Hmm.
Dropped,
There's been too
don't think
many
so.
hints. Too
Yeah.
many hints and little Easter eggs, little nuggets of like,
Yeah.
hey, there's something here. Pay attention.
Mm. Oh, I have another not nice comment, really, but it's when you mentioned Samantha that, and it was something so this happened in one of the episodes, and then it happened again in the most recent episode. Andre was at the hospital doing the video. Just
Mhm.
general comment to the Beyond the Gates production crew, I guess. And the crew tends to like crews tend to do a great job, right? They are, besides the writers and actors, they're like super backbone of any given show. But y'all
Hmm.
need to check your lighting. Your lighting can make or break a scene in a way that is important for the viewer. So I know we only recently got introduced to Samantha, right? And so there's a scene where Smitty and Martin come in the house and Samantha's sitting in the chair reading a book. And I know we
Samantha's the daughter. Okay, got it.
yes, right. Well, this is it. I was gonna say we hadn't seen her very often. I think we'd seen her maybe twice up to this point. So
Yeah, 2 3 times.
the camera pans, and we see Samantha in a chair reading a book, and I was like, "Who's this old lady now?" And then the two of them came through the door, and I was like, "Oh, Sims, that's the teenage daughter." Oh no, she does not look like she could remotely be a teen. The lighting made this poor woman look 40 enough at least. So please check your camera angles and what happened in the most recent episode. So when Andre was doing the photo shoot, there's a scene where Shanice and Ashley are talking at the desk. I don't know if y'all clocked this or if it even bothered you, but it bothered the crap out of me. There was something casting a shadow on Shanice's face, and so it looked like she had a huge makeup smudge across from her eye down her
Oh, I
cheek.
didn't catch that.
And so the camera kept panning, and so this thing kept moving, or Shanice would turn her head, and I think it was coming from her eyelashes, and it was just really, and I was like, but is there a smudge? Is there a mark? Is it just shadow? What is happening? But then when she was sitting in the chair actually being interviewed, everything was fine. I'm like, no, no, no. Y'all need to check your lighting. Make them redo the shot if it doesn't look good when you look at it in post. This is not good. Do better. And clearly, y'all are making money because I'm going to jump to a whole other side of something that I don't know if I felt it was comedy or if it pissed me off. The product placement. The product
Oh, that still
placement.
pisses me off. That still pisses me off to this day.
Oh, Auntie Sauce, I see you like, what? They call you Auntie
They had
Sauce?
Ashley holding a bottle of Tide with Oxy Boost in it. They got Facebook and Instagram and all this kind of foolishness.
The Facebook and
Like
Instagram,
it.
I mean, okay, I mainly because I hate all the tech stuff that they're doing with the phones and whatever, but okay. But yeah, but for me it was the Oxy Boost tied with Oxy Boost, like you said, and the Febreze. Why is
Oh, well,
Nicole
I didn't catch Febreze. Oh no, I did because she was spraying it in
Nicole
her
is
house.
spraying her own house? She got real money. She don't have maid servants, and that's a terrible way to put it. But she doesn't have a housekeeper who's gonna Febreze the place. Why did you walk into the room and the room smelled musty that you got to be spritzing Febreze? What is happening in your home? It's,
I
it was
okay, so I did not notice. I noticed Nicole spraying the house. Like, how could you not? There was
right.
silence for a good like minute
Well,
as
that
you
too.
come back from commercial, and she's spraying the house. But I didn't notice what she was holding. Like, I didn't notice the products themselves. I
Oh
noticed what
my
she was doing,
goodness.
and I was like,
But
oh, that seems unusual. But nor did I notice the camera lighting and whatever, because I am too caught up by difficult difficult scenes
uh-huh.
to really notice. And I say that because there are some things where I'm listening
Yeah.
to the scene, I'm watching what's happening, and I'm just like, I feel like either that isn't what I would say in this situation, or this is not how I would say it. I don't know what is really going on. And I will use Tomas as an example, because you
hmm
guys have both heard my rant about Tomas. Tomas is like, and no offense to Keanu Reeves, who is a very lovely man, I understand, but he is basically the soap opera equivalent of Keanu Reeves. Like, there is a distinct lack of emotion. I'm like, if Pinocchio turned into a real boy, Tomas would be the depiction, because he is so wooden and stiff that I'm like, what is going on with you? That is not, you're not actually demonstrating real human emotion there, my friend. You are reading lines, you are reading them well, sure. You are conveying the sentiment in the words, but your facial expression, like,
Did you
are
have
you
too
supposed
much
to be frustrated
Botox?
right now? Are you like, what is happening? Your face is not really moving. If you're unhappy about something, if you are upset, if you are irritated, if you're happy and joyful, it is the same deadpan expression that I'm just like, what happened to your face? And why is it the same no matter how you are feeling?
Oh my goodness. Ha. I have to.
Even and we saw in one episode. I'm very sorry because I
No.
know I'm cutting you off, but I'm like, in
Go
one
ahead.
episode we saw Tomas go from what was supposed to be irritated or concerned to trying to be convincing to being a little bit like flirtatious and apologetic, and it was all the same face. It was all the same face. I'm like, dude, is it on? Like, is it working? And if this is just the audio, I'm poking my face right now because I just don't understand. Are the nerves disconnected?
I was
What
gonna
is
say
happening?
Is the
Because
Botox too strong that you can't change your face?
right,
it was
even his tone,
ridiculous.
even his tone and delivery was so flat. Like, I am emoting right now more talking about Tomas than Tomas was
Oh, for
in
real.
exuding the scene. Like, come on.
For real. It was. I. And it's funny because we spoke before I had actually watched the particular episode that set you off. And as I was watching it, I'm like, I don't know if I'm tainted because I spoke to you, or would I have picked up the same thing? Because we often do think the same way and feel the same way about things. I do like the character of Tomas. He seems to be, or the character seems to be a stand-up character.
Hmm.
The the actor is appealing to look at, but you're right. When he is actually acting and giving us information, it's kind of like, you could have just put up the cue card and I would have read it and got the
Right.
same thing, which is terrible.
I'm
But
very hurt by what you've explained. I don't know how we will get past this, but I think that we can try. Okay, let's try. All right. And I'm very angry with what we're doing around Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, whatever the band's name is.
Mike,
I Mike, thank you. I think that you should drop the lawsuit. But how dare you, Tomas? But I'm very sorry. Please forgive me. Like, oh, really? You just went through three different emotions and your tone did not change. Come now,
oh
Tomas.
my goodness. I feel like watching him, which is really terrible, is like when I was watching this play in school, or the movie of the play Waiting for Godot, and the
Mm.
two characters are like, "Let's leave. We can't. Why not? We're waiting for Godot." Oh, it was just the same thing over and over. Or or maybe more apropos for the audience that might be listening, do the right thing. It's hot. It's so
It's
hot.
hot. Oh my God, it's hot. Mookie, it's hot.
Like, it was the same thing. Trust me, this is not a movie you want to see, baby sass. This movie was garbage, and I say that because I
Saw
know
it.
I'm gonna provoke some emotion from some of the people who are listening. I thought it was garbage. Anyway, that being said, it
Ugh.
reminds me a little bit of when you were telling me, Auntie Sass, to watch The Have and the Have Nots when it first came out,
Oh gosh.
and you had said to me at the time, you said the story is compelling, so hang in there, but the acting is garbage. And we felt when we were watching it, it was because they were still getting used to one another. And once they got
Mm.
used to each one another, like, a couple of seasons, well, not seasons, episodes. Good Lord, it was seasons. A
Almost a whole season.
It was,
Almost a whole
yeah.
season.
To be
It
fair,
was,
it was
yes.
almost a whole season. There were very few who were on right away that were like right in. Like the actor that plays Joey, right? Because he's been on General Hospital for so long,
Mm.
he just automatically
Mm.
comes across authentic. Tamara Tooney, Anita,
Yes.
who plays Anita,
Tamara Tooney,
right?
Clifton Davis. Yes.
Oh, I don't know. I find Clifton Davis a little stiff. I
But you
don't
know
know him
what?
from anything else.
It worked for him. He was not on 227. He was on oh voyons. Oh, I will have to find it. He was the pastor with Sherman Hemsley and the daughter Anna Maria Horsford.
Oh, Amen.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I don't remember him. I have to look that up. So this is the thing, right? But it's not that he can't act. I don't like his particular style. But you're right.
Right.
He's kind of a vet, right? Some of the others, it's like, you know, even. Sorry, was that my sound effect? Is that why you laughed?
The Amnam.
Yeah, we do that.
Mm. Yes, when words
Yeah.
fail me, I just revert to baser groanings. Okay,
Hmm.
okay.
Eva. Eva is a good actress.
Eva is
Yes.
hilarious. Okay, so speaking of Eva, because I have a real bone to pick again with the soap opera writing staff, whoever's doing this nonsense. But do we want to talk
Hmm.
about that storyline first, or do you want to hear my beef?
Which one? Eva and Leslie?
Yeah, or even Cat, either way. Because I actually have a comedy moment around Eva and Cat. Oh my goodness.
Oh Lord.
So
I
go
know
ahead, because
exactly which one you're referring to.
I've been popping off so far. So please go right ahead.
Okay, so with Eva and Kat, just in general, like that storyline is annoying, and I think they figured that out pretty fast. And Kat has decided to dial back, mainly because she got
Mm.
embarrassed, but good, right? First of all, if you're gonna put a spy cam in somebody's office, conceal it.
For real. I said even
What
I can see that
in
across the
the
room.
world?
But she didn't get busted because it wasn't concealed. She got busted because of her phone.
No, 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 no,
No,
no.
she
She
saw
got
the camera.
she got busted because it wasn't concealed. Because there was 2 points. Well, there was the first point where I thought Eva saw the camera but didn't. She was actually looking at a picture. But then, because when Eva was sitting on the couch in the living room and looked into the office, as a viewer, we could clearly see the camera. It was not hidden. It was not peeking
Hmm.
out from behind a picture frame or anything like
No,
that,
no,
right?
no. Hmm.
Then Eva later goes into the office, goes through the files, whatever, is walking by, flipping through the files, turns her head, clearly sees the camera, enter comedy moment where Eva starts hop skipping across the room. Remind me of that day I got lashes. She high hot stepped across the room like what? Which was absolutely hilarious. Cool. Fine. No problem. That was fantastic. But where my issue is, and it's not just with Eva, but there's something the writing staff is doing that is really burning my britches, and it's the slang.
The slang. Okay. Uh-huh.
Right.
It would
So
be nice if they could actually deliver it as if they were actually talking to one another.
that's exactly my problem, right? Eva's the only one
Hmm.
that it comes off credible as far as I'm concerned,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I can't remember what Joey said, but Joey came up with something like, no, I don't even know. I can't even remember
It-
what he said, but Joey was
I didn't
dropping.
hear it from
Huh?
I didn't hear it from Joey, but I heard it from Samantha and the brother.
Yeah, that was terrible.
They were having a whole conversation.
Terrible.
No cap. Yeah, no cap. And I was like, oh, I could use the slang better than this. What the heck is
Oh my
happening right
goodness.
now?
Right? So yeah, there's Sam and Tyrell, Eva, Leslie a little bit. Then there was when Nicole ran into Doug in the at the club, and she was like, if maybe you need a vacation, you take some time. And then he says something to her. She kind of looks at him and say, "Hey, we're talking about you. We're not talking about me." And then he's talking about clapping back. Sir, you are 50 enough. Why are you talking about clap back? Stop it. Stop it.
We could
There
talk
was
about clap
there
back.
was Kat.
Clap back is still, we can still talk. We can still clap back. Clap back.
Well, sure.
Yes.
If we deliver it properly, we could, right? Because
Okay.
I know I'm gonna poor baby Sass is just gonna cringe. They have me watching videos to see how well I know the slang, right? And it was one I heard that I really appreciated, which was, "Oh, that gave me life." And I can use it, and I
Oh
can use
yes.
it correctly. I can use it with the
Hmm.
right level of expression. And they look at me all the time. Baby Sass and her sister look at me all the time like, "Mama, no, stop."
It's usually Sister Sass who does it, not
Because
me.
it's cringe. It's cringe because you're not supposed to be using the slang. But
Sure.
you know what? If something gave you life, it gives you life. Like, come on, let's talk about it.
What am I, So, yeah,
Hmm.
please stop using the slang as a viewer in my age group that this show is not for me. That's what
Mm.
that's telling me because sometimes I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And then I have to
Or
ask, what does that mean?
I think the worst one.
have them loosen up. Just like,
Yeah,
shake off whatever nerves, loosen up, have a conversation as if you're talking to somebody who is in that age group. Like,
but
just
yeah, go ahead, baby
converse.
Sass.
I was gonna
Hmm.
say, I think the worst one for you today was when Vanessa called Joey Zaddy. I cringed
Cheese
too,
on
but
bread. That was
but
not okay. That was not
it,
okay on
it
any level.
wasn't, because even
Oh
I'm like,
mercy,
stop, just stop, don't ever use that term again.
Can
right?
I just, can I just, I, I need to say this. There are only two zaddies. There are only two. And Joey is not one of them.
Why are you saying this? But go
There
on,
are
say it.
only two. One is Method Man. Method Man is the ultimate zaddy. And the other is LL Cool J. That's it. Those are the zaddies. Let's move on now. Thank you very much. I'm just
Um,
saying that for your viewers, for your listeners. Method Man and LL Cool J, the OG zaddies. Nobody else is a zaddy. Thank you.
I don't even know what to do with that.
Please,
I
please,
don't
please
even.
continue with your please continue with your regularly scheduled programming.
Okay, so baby Sass is in hysterics. So I'm just gonna ask my next question. Talking about Leslie's revenge plan, right? There was a scene where Leslie went looking for Kat up in Uptown and spoke to
Yep.
her, and then Ted clocked her in there and what have you.
Mhm.
And so we learned that Ted actually was aware that he got Dana pregnant, or Leslie, actually, back and forth between Dana and Leslie. Well, so what do y'all think about that?
That makes the whole situation worse, because it's one thing when we thought, it's like, or at least for me, I was hoping to God it was his twin, and then come to find out or at least it was his brother who I was hoping was his twin. Come to find out, neither of those are true. So I was like, okay. Then I was hoping y'all had this relationship before you met Nicole. That wasn't the case either. It was after y'all were married. And then come to find out, you knocked her up and said, no, get rid of the baby. It's like, oh, Lord. It's like, it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And now you're hiding it. And it's like,
Okay, but to be fair, we also found out that she told him she had the abortion.
yes, fair.
Oh
But
gosh, Auntie Sass is twitching. What's happening?
I can't. I listen, dear listener. I'm sure you know that in listening to this show, we are people of faith. We are people of faith. So I'm not going to just say, I'm just going to say one thing because I got a whole heap to say about that particular storyline. But I will start off by saying be sure your sins will find you out. That is what I will say. That is where I will start, because that entire storyline is dirty. Dutty, dirty, like the wine, dirty, because there is absolutely no reason to have your outside person come into your life and cause drama when you could stop it. You are going to cause chaos and mayhem in your life instead of being honest.
Yep,
Come on now. That is a
absolutely.
problem.
You could
He
shut
needs to
that
be
down quick,
honest.
fast, and in a
Exactly.
hurry. Like you just don't have faith in the strength of your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And your wife, like, what did you tell her? Like, did you tell her some lies, or I don't know. But if I, I have another comedy moment because Leslie, as much as I don't care for this woman, every so often, whoever's writing just throws in some jokes. And it was when Eva called her and we got her voicemail. Do y'all remember?
Yep.
I'm screening my calls because I don't have time to waste. I was like, oh, oh, excuse me. Wish I could use that in my real life. The things we wish we could do, but we have just too much brought up seat to actually execute. Oh my goodness. Tell somebody about themselves. I don't have time to waste, so you are not coming straight through. Ah, wow.
I did appreciate that. But, I am like, you know what? I think at a certain point, Ted, the only way to defeat crazy is either you infuse just sanity, but you can't pile on crazy to crazy.
Nope,
And
you
Ted is
cannot.
behaving in a way that is just crazy. It's like, why would you compound the madness by perpetuating this lie and throw money at the lie? Really? Okay, so hold on. Here is the problem. You stepped to me, like, we had this relationship. I was wrong. I did my dirt. Okay. I told you mess. You decided you were going to do other things. And now you are circling back into my life to wreak chaos and mayhem. Okay. All of these things are a little bit out of Ted's control. What
Hmm.
Ted does with the situation is purely within his control. And instead of trying to just get in front of the situation with truth and honesty and going to his wife, who apparently Nicole seems to mean the world to him now.
That's what he said.
So step to Nicole, tell her the truth, trust in the relationship, admit your mistake, move on. But no, he did what men have been doing for generations. With some
Well,
men, not all men.
people who have been unfaithful and caught out,
That
let's not just
fair,
limit to men.
fair, fair. Gender neutral people coming along doing their dirt. Okay,
Hmm.
but then crazy says to you, I will go away because she's been starting to wreak mayhem and chaos in your life. So clearly,
Mm-hmm.
this is not a stable person. This is not a person who can be reasoned with.
She
But
tried to
you
pelt
decide,
herself, or sorry, threatened, pretended she was going to
yeah,
pelt herself off a roof. This seems like
correct.
somebody
And
you want to be
you
dealing with.
decide that it's a good idea to say to this person, what will it take for you to go away? She quotes a figure. The figure does not matter. She quotes a figure to you, and you say, bet you will have your money. Really? Because people who solicit bribes and receive that bribe always go away. According to history, this is a good plan.
Right?
No,
But
she still got dirt on him. Why wouldn't she double down and come back for more money for the next 25 years of his life? What the heck? Come
well, this
on
is it.
now.
And the other thing that he said to her in that conversation before she called for the money was, "We already had lawyers make you go away. So, sir, allume, wake up. I don't understand.
Make it make sense.
Is the
So
power out on your light bulb?
well,
You
this
paid
is
her to go
where
away, and here she is back again. Why do you think this is not going to repeat in the future?"
right. And this is where I start thinking, you think you've got the power in this dynamic. Like,
No.
you really believe that you just telling this person, you willing it away, will make it go away. Why would you think that? Because the sugar stick was so sweet that you feel like, really, this person is not going away. She's shown you that she's not going away. What difference?
Mom, if you hadn't reacted, I wouldn't have reacted. It's only because you reacted.
Because I was thinking
Got
about
me.
this. I was thinking about this earlier, and I think it was when we were doing the General Hospital podcast with respect
Mhm.
to Drew and Nina and Willow, and I was like, I don't even understand what this is about. And hey, you know, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna keep myself decent. Go on.
On that note, I'd like to change the topic to the lawsuit and how Becky,
So much.
Auntie, I don't know if you caught this, but out of the three women, Miss Becky,
Mm.
the Asian one, she's weak.
What?
She's the weak one of the three.
Yes, I caught it because she is the one who keeps getting strung a lot. Holly went for her. Bill went for her. Like, come on, come on. Mm-mm.
Not.
I said no. I said no, ma'am.
Mm-mm.
And the thing that really bugs me is I'm like, all three of you worked in a law office. I get that working in a law office does not mean you will understand the law. It doesn't mean you know all the laws and so on and so forth. But I would think you would pick up on some things of the law, like don't go into a meeting with another lawyer without your lawyer.
Ugh,
Don't like don't give
that
any
whole scene had me hot.
information.
Listen,
Don't meet with anyone on the opposing sides of your lawsuit. Like
there were some things, some legal things happening here, and I'm not a lawyer, but that were just really burning my britches. Now, I think see, my whole britches are burned out. I have to go buy a new set, um,
Mm.
or sets because they just keep getting burned. But where Naomi came in and she was talking about exactly as you said when they met with Bill without her, she would have him disbarred, sanctioned, whatever, whatever. I'm like, madam, hold up that mirror. Hold up that mirror because you are risking disbarment yourself. Why are you meeting with your clients in Orphe Jeans? Why is that a place to have a meeting and discuss the case?
So
Have you lost your mind? But
that is a possibility,
uh-huh.
but it is up to the client's discretion. Yes, it does affect solicitor-client privilege because you're talking about things in a public place when you should be in a private room. However, if the clients are okay with it, then, and they're not talking about trial strategy per se, they're, it's not ideal. It is not ideal, but
So we will just let
it
our
is not a
listeners
breach
know
of
at this point
necessity.
because I wasn't sure if you were going to comment or not. But since you
Mm.
did, we'll let our listeners know that Auntie Sass is a lawyer. And so I will take her word as gospel. But I was just and further vexed because I don't think it was in that particular episode where because there was one episode where she was getting the facts and what have you. But then after they had met with Bill, they were back at Orphe Jeans again, and there was Tomas. And it's like, you know what? You may not have seen him in an earlier conversation. Anybody could overhear the conversation that you're having,
Correct.
right? The same way Bill went to the server, and people, please be aware when you are at work. And I'm in tech. When you are at work, your boss can see the communications you make on their network. They have every right to. They have access to it. Make sure and know how long they save the data for. People have lost their
mhm,
jobs over stupidities that you should have been
which is
talking on your cell phone. You should have been talking when you reach home, not on your employer's technology, whether it's email, whether it's instant messaging, whether it's voice over
mhm,
IP. They capture this stuff. That is your PSA public service announcement for today on the Beyond the Gates podcast, Soaps and Sass, because we had a PSA over on the GH side. Get your kidneys checked.
wow.
Oh, just
But
that
yeah.
just made me mad. So
But
yeah.
what also made me mad is still falling in line with Becky because as she walks up to Haley in Orphe Jeans, she's like, "Our lawyer told us not to talk to Bill, Mike, Tomas. Your name shouldn't have to be on that list. You are married to the man who is being sued." It's like I'm like Naomi. Now at this point, just send a message to all three ladies. Just be like, don't meet, don't talk to anyone who is associated with Bill Hamilton, Esquire, and Associates. Like, just don't, because
Listen,
y'all are
Exactly.
risking.
And Bill isn't. To be fair, Bill is not being sued. I mean, the firm is being sued.
yeah.
Bill personally is not being sued. Well, as the managing partner of the firm, that his role is to, protect the work
Yeah.
environment and make sure that it's a safe work environment. But it's
Either way,
yeah,
just don't talk to
yeah.
nobody. If it
Don't
ain't your
talk to
lawyer,
anybody associated with the firm. It's not hard. Like
it's not.
these people are just walking around dopey dope through life and thinking there will be no ramifications. If the person
I'm sorry,
wants
no
to
Rama
talk to
what?
you, ramifications,
Oh, I
I
thought you
heard
said
ramifications.
ramifications.
Yeah, I heard that.
ramifications.
Sorry.
New words being invented here. People, new words.
Absolutely. It's a Canadian word. It's a Canadian word. Don't worry about it.
Ramifications.
Or West Indian. Ramifications.
Yes,
Sorry, I didn't mean to
that.
interrupt. You were on a rant. Sorry.
If you want to take these kind of steps and think that there will be no consequences, then then off you go. But what you will lose out on just seeing justice done if that's what you're interested in,
Mhm.
or the potential payout at the end of the day when you get a settlement.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I agree with Naomi, that settlement was full of holes.
If
It was like, come on now.
even the
Yes, we're
viewers
gonna have you
caught
back.
that, we didn't
We're
need
gonna
it
have
though
you
to
back
tell us.
today, right? We're gonna have you back today, and you're gonna be on this committee to blah blah blah, yada yada yada.
But Mike
Yeah.
is still here?
If I heard
No.
tomorrow.
No.
Right? And while I do appreciate and I blank on her name, but the Latina
Caroline?
one who's yeah,
Oh.
not Caroline. But out of the three, it's I want to say she's Latina. I believe she is. But
Mhm.
she's very much like the serious one. Like
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
yeah, exactly. Like I like the fact that she asked Naomi, because you brought this up, is like, are you telling us not to take the settlement for us or for you? And part of me is like, okay, well, one is like all the things she just listed. Two, why, like, it's also like, well, if you didn't want hers, or like, if you like, what was the point of asking her lawyer if you're gonna ask this question at this point? Because you're basically questioning her motives again, like you were when you went to her for help.
Yep.
And I will say I have been Team Naomi. I was Team Naomi all the way through until this last episode. Because and I'm strongly Team Naomi. Because I think when they came to her with this proposal, she didn't want to take it.
Mhm.
And she took it because she saw, in my opinion, what was conveyed through the character and the writing. There is a wrong that has been done. I am a person who can stand up against this wrong. I am uniquely positioned to stand up against this wrong and stand up against my father to address this.
Hello, listeners. This is Mama Sass. This is the point where our audio software recording failed us. And so this is the end of this week's podcast. Apologies because there was some good stuff. I'd like to thank our guest, Auntie Sass, for joining us. Hopefully, we'll get to hear from her again soon. And join us next week for a little more soap and a lot more sass. Take care, y'all. Have a great week.